Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 1996 Chevrolet Impala Super Sport. Now this has 1,356 horsepower, 1,021 pounds-feet of torque from a 7.5 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine, and the car itself now weighs 3,235 pounds. Now it has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can now do 0 to 16 2.235 seconds, 0 to 104.313 seconds, and going to a top speed of 234 miles an hour. So yeah, quite a large car still, even in weight and obviously in terms of general size. And yeah, it certainly wasn't meant for dealing with this kind of off-road conditions. And yeah, it was hardly a great handling vehicle to start with. So let's see what it can do. So yeah, we've not got really any cars to compare this against, to be honest, because we don't actually have all that many cars from America in the 90s, and even if we did, we certainly haven't taken all that many from that period on this game. Which is a shame really, because there are several interesting vehicles from that period in American car history, which I hope is explored somewhat in the next Forza Motorsport game. But yeah, this car is a huge vehicle. Even with the weight reduction, it's still quite a weighty car, especially in comparison to most vehicles that go on this series, because most do end up being under 3,000 pounds, especially non-SUV vehicles like this. But yeah, American cars from this period were a weighty bunch, and yeah, a lot of the time were known for being quite a boat in terms of handling in normal conditions. So yeah, hopefully it can deal with all this fine, which it is for the most part for now. All-wheel drive system is behaving as well. We have no real dramatic understeer, and it's also dealing with the power alright as well. We had a huge amount of speed down that fast section there. Certainly a lot more power than it was ever meant to deal with originally. Well over 1,000 extra horsepower. Should make it quite quick down this section though. Certainly quicker than the previous couple of vehicles we've had on this series, and yeah, managed a time of 2 minutes 6 seconds .687, which is not half bad for a car that, you know, never had all-wheel drive originally. Certainly didn't have anywhere near the levels of power that this has, and yeah, it's still obviously a weighty vehicle while obviously being no smaller in terms of size. And yeah, that means it has managed to beat the Ford Escort RS 1600, Lancia Fulvia Coupe, Ram 2500 Power Wagon, Quartz Regalia, Renault 5 Turbo, Volkswagen Touareg R50, Porsche Cayenne Turbo, Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio, Volvo 242 Turbo Evolution, and the Vauxhall Insignia VXR, while it's only slightly behind Lancia Stratos, Nissan GTR, Mercedes-Benz E350D, Hillman Imp, and the Renault Sport Clio. So yeah, it's beaten several cars that are meant for going off-road, especially in terms of SUVs like the Volkswagen, the Porsche, and the Alfa Romeo. Obviously the Renault 5 Turbo and the Lancia Fulvia and the Ford Escort were obviously rally cars back in their day. So yeah, it's done a fair old good job there, especially considering again its size, its weight, and yeah, general unsuitableness for dealing with this kind of course. So yeah, really rather impressed by it, and it wasn't even much of a hassle to drive, despite obviously having a lot going against it. So yeah, mightily impressed by it, and yeah, probably give the Ford Crown Victoria a chance on this series next, considering that was also used as a police car, or it still is even, just like this Impala was. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the American police cars can do in comparison to one another. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.